Hey, JRTY here and welcome back to another video. Before I get into the gameplay itself, I just want to give out a big shout out to a couple of people. These guys really did a great job during the streams. They moderated my chat, and so a really big shout out to the Chaotic Angel and Complicated. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all the work you've done when it comes to the streams and really helping me kind of manage everything. So again, big shout out to the Chaotic Angel and Complicated. And in fact, like I said previously, I am playing with Chaotic Angel in this gameplay. Now let's go ahead and get into the gameplay itself. As you can tell at the beginning of this video, I'm playing against a guy named BlueJew__. He had like a 2.8 KD, and he wanted to nuke me as much as I wanted to nuke him. He's using the NV4, I'm using my best gun, which is the MacTav. And I know he wanted to nuke me because he wouldn't switch his gun at all. Usually if someone gets frustrated, they'll keep trying to switch classes, but I know he wanted to nuke me really bad. So for those that already know me, they know that whenever I run across a 2 KD, I want to try to nuke them. It's kind of like, how can I relate this? It's more like a hunter when it comes to his prey. You know, his treasure, his trophy, he wants to hang on the wall for all to see. That's how I kind of feel about nuking someone, especially 2+ KDs. I don't care about nuking someone, you know, lower 2 KDs. I mean, that's not enjoyable to me. That's not rewarding to me. If I nuke somebody that's a 2+ KD, that usually means that these guys, when they're 2+ KDs, they are more experienced. They know how to play the game. They know the different tactics. They know the different class setups that work for them. You know, it's really rewarding when I'm able to actually nuke them. Now, mind you, what I mean by nuke them is not necessarily killing them all 25 times or 15 times. I think I killed him 3 or 4 times at the beginning of my nuke, and then I killed the rest of his team. He's got the same idea, mind you. He is also doing the same thing. He wants to hunt down my teammates and nuke me. I mean, that's just how it goes. This guy is really good, mind you. I mean, I'm not dogging on him at all, but I really wanted to kill him. I wanted to nuke him. And that's enjoyable to me. That's what makes the game fun. There he is again. Now he actually does a number on me. He kills me 3 times. I get really frustrated. And then I turn around and I had to change my tactics. After I get shot 3 times by this guy, I had to change. And I will go ahead and stop my commentary when it gets to that point for you just to hear my frustration. Because I am really frustrated and I start to slow down. Then I start to play dirty. Here's where it starts.
There's a guy running left side. I'm getting shot, and behind it, why has everybody got his backs turned to him?
So as you can tell, I get frustrated just as much as the next person. I need to vent, and usually people vent verbally. But for me, I like to mute my mic most times, but sometimes I just forget when I get frustrated. And when I got shot 3 times by BlueJew, and right here you can tell what I did, I slowed everything down. I had to think logically, had to slow my game down, and start to rethink how I played the game. Now, I'm trying to look for him as much as possible in this gameplay. In fact, you'll hear me say it right about now.
I wish I knew where this guy was. Found him.
So although during the heat of the moment, during the gameplay, I get frustrated against like 2+ KDs or I'm just not playing well, eventually my brain starts to kick in that, hey, I need to do something different. This is what I need to do. And I start to slow down my gameplay. I start to analyze how my movements are and how they start to move. And this is all going on rapidly as I'm playing. And that's exactly what I did this gameplay. I started slowing down. I started playing what I quote unquote dirty. I started playing really dirty. I started, you know, maneuvering around the map carefully and just kind of camped out a little bit, just each spot. Whenever I had the advanced UAV out, I moved a lot more, and as soon as it went away, I started slowing down my gameplay again. So, just want to point out a few things. I can never do this I can never nuke anybody with a 2+ KD when I'm streaming. The reason being is because of packet loss. Whenever I stream, it creates more congestion inside my router, which also leads to more packet loss. And if you don't know what packet loss is, it's those yellow little bars on the side of your screen when you're playing. They can be yellow or they could be red. Yellow means warning packet loss, and red means severe packet loss, meaning you might be jumping around the screen at that time. If you're getting any one of these symbols, your gameplay is going to go down the drain a little bit. When I stream, I only usually get yellow, but when I'm like playing with, say I'm streaming and I'm playing with Temper, who's on the West Coast, I'm going to get most likely red bars. And so that's kind of an issue. There's more symbols like variation and latency and stuff like that. If you want to learn more about the symbols, I'll leave a link down in the description below on a video that kind of covers some of those symbols. If you're experiencing any one of these symbols a lot, that means that you're having issues probably on your end or on their end. Most likely it's on your end, and you just have to kind of mess around with your router settings, or something's going on with your network that's causing that. Like for instance, if my wife is streaming a lot and somebody else is streaming Netflix and another person's like, if you have 5 people streaming Netflix, you could get yellow ping bars because there's so much congestion coming out of your router that's causing latency inside your gameplay. Like I said, for me to play at my best, I don't stream. If I stream, then it's kind of like a handicap for me. So again, I really enjoy playing 2+ KDs. Blue Jew was a good challenge for a little while, and then I just didn't see him for the rest of the game. So the majority of the time I was just killing his teammates after I got my first few kills off of him at the beginning of the streak. Now he ends up rage quitting at the end of this match. You know, he was a great player. I mean, I do respect that guy. However, he rage quits. As you can tell with his win-loss ratio, he had like 2,000 plus wins and only like a 1 win-loss, which typically means players like that with a 2.8, they rage quit when they're negative. So for me, that's the only pet peeve that I really have with the guy. I just don't like rage quitters. If you contributed to the kill, then you should stick around and get nuked, period. I did get nuked once before, and I got so mad because it wasn't me that got nuked. It was a friend of mine who would not listen. We were playing Retaliation. He kept going over to his side because we were playing a camping clan, and you exploit the weak side of their line, what I call their line. Well, this guy kept going to the strong side, and he just kept getting shot over and over. He's like, "No, I got this." I said, "Dude, you're gonna get shot." He's like, "No, I got this." He kept going over there like 10 more times, and he got me nuked. I was so mad. Like earlier when you heard me say those things, that wasn't really raging. What I said to him in that match, that was raging. That was the only true time I ever truly raged. Most of the time it's just frustration in the game that I start talking about a few things and I just get mad. That's how I vent. It's nothing personal against the other team. It's really about myself. And so if I ever say anything during the stream or whatever, it's because I'm really pointing it out on myself. It's really my fault. He outplayed me, that person outplayed me, whatever. But when your own teammate who's in the party chat with you and you're talking to him and he's not listening and you get nuked when you've got like a 2 KD going against this good team, that's when you start getting mad. Mind you, even though we got nuked, I did not leave that match because I played really well. It was my teammate that did not listen, and that was just frustrating. I'm sure there's a screenshot floating somewhere out there showing me and my teammates getting nuked, and if there is, I was still playing well, so it doesn't bother me. Well, anyway, that's it for the gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do have some more videos coming out that I do nuke a few other 2+ KDs. Like I said, I have a list of 2+ KDs that I have nuked, and I want to continue that list. So anyway, as always, this is JRTY, and I will see you guys in the next one.